We've been married for a little over 5 years now, and we've been together about 10.
And you guys are young. You're 27.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 30.
You're 30.
So pretty much, we got married and moved into a house of our own and started with one pit bull and went and got another one. And we learned about, we'd always been interested in kind of doing a pit bull rescue or some sort of a rescue with the dogs. And we got on the internet one day and saw Fresno Bully Rescue just started up. So we were actually like the first volunteers I think they had out there in 2008. And we started, there was probably 10 dogs there, and we go there on a Saturday and clean the kennels and walk every dog, and really felt like we accomplished something when we left at the end of the day. We felt like we really made a difference, and it felt good. And we've actually have 4 dogs now, and 2 of them have came from the center here that we've rescued. So we got 4 at home, and I guess about 50 of them out here that belong to us now too. So we got plenty of dogs, that's for sure.
Did you ever imagine that you would be running the center?
No.
Nope.
I don't think we ever imagined we would. We always thought it would be cool, and now that we've been put in the position of doing it, it's a lot of work. There's a lot more than meets the eye, so to speak. The day-to-day of always the poop and the feed, and it never goes away, whether someone's sick or not or whatever. The dogs are always going to need to cleaned up after and fed and watered. Just keeping the center organized, finding volunteers to come back, to show up, to help, to get the dogs the exercise they need.
Just running the whole business side
fundraising, the whole business side of it. I own a regular business, and a nonprofit is totally a different thing on its own. It's definitely its own thing.
Has running your own business helped you with the business aspect of running a rescue?
Yeah, I think running a business has helped us, run the Bully Rescue here, as far as it gives us some background and a little bit of knowledge of, how to run something. We have, we know the organization needed, and just putting the people in place and paying the bills and making sure you're bringing in more than you're spending, which is really hard to do here,
So as far as you two as a married couple, and this being a huge project undertaking for you guys, have you done other projects like this as a married couple?
I don't think we've ever done anything like this as a married couple.
No, I kind of started helping with some animal rescue, the local SPCA, and another no-kill shelter I started doing fundraisers for, just because I wanted to just get involved. And then that's kind of right when we discovered Fresno Bully Rescue and really starting investing our time in that place. And we felt that because they were bullies, they really needed a lot of help and someone to advocate for them, someone to really stand up for them. So that's where we focused our energy and volunteer efforts.
And a lot of people, they dislike pit bulls, but you love them.
Well, it's funny, now that we have several of our own, just us, we live in a fairly nice part of town, and when we're walking down the bike path with our 4 pit bulls, coming down the bike path, people go, oh no, look who's coming. Yeah. They pick up their dogs and walk the other way.
They always have something to say, whether it's good or bad. There's always a comment about the pit bull. Either lovely dog, man, that's a real nice dog, or like Bridgette said, they pick up the dog and put it in their arms because they think you have a dog and man-eater in your hands, which isn't the case. You just, like any dog, they just like to be, have some attention and love and affection, and if you train them right and put some work into the dog, they're great dogs. We only see the negative aspect through the media as far as them getting into trouble, and a lot of it is the bad owner and the person who doesn't put the time in the dog and teaches it bad things. They're only out there to do what you've taught them to, and they try to do it 100%. So
when you get those kind of reactions from people on your path, what is your reaction to their reaction? We
kill them with kindness. We always say hello. We're as friendly as you can possibly be because we want to be a positive impression for them. Oh, maybe that owner isn't what I thought all owners of pit bulls are like. And we take our dogs to the park, to the dog parks, and people are always just so impressed with how we handle ourselves and how our dogs, are well behaved and well socialized, and that's the best way to prove to someone.
Yeah, seeing's believing.
Yep.
And so as far as changing the perception of the pit bull, seeing is believing, what else do you think you can do to help change the perceptions? or misperceptions, I should
Well,
say?
I think a lot of the to change the perception that people have of the pit bulls, it's getting out there and doing things in the community, as far as bringing a dog like Goldie to a assisted living facility the other day, where they were able to see a pit bull and they were able to pet him, and
As a service dog.
as a service dog, yeah, and wow, what a great dog, It really changes the people's idea. They're expecting a big nasty dog, and then here comes this nice sweet dog, just like anything else, that sits and stays and just wants to be petted and have affection just like any other dog,
Is Goldie your pet, or is Goldie here at the center?
Goldie just got adopted Friday.
He actually just got adopted Friday, yes.
And I'm sorry, she or he?
He's a boy.
He's a boy.
He was about a 9-year-old pit bull.
That's a service dog.
No, he was just a shelter dog here, and I was like, Goldie would be great to go take to an old folks home, or a assisted living home, and have a fun day out of the center, and
It showed his true colors of what he could do.
I was so proud of him, and he was just an angel, and everyone was so impressed with him, and it really gave everyone there such a positive impression of what Fresno Bully Rescue is about and what these dogs are all about.
So you're really getting out there in the community with events like, or with things like nursing home, and just your basic daily living.
Well, we're really trying to get out there and get our reputation back. A lot of people had kind of been turned off by this place by the old owner and management of it. A lot of
the
people
look of the place.
didn't like just what they saw, and just they were kind of turned away from it, easiest to say. So we've been working real hard in the community just to get back our reputation, as far as with volunteers and the people, and also with local dog animal rescues that didn't like the place that was run either. So really building our reputation back up, and
Trying
really,
to attend other community events.
and functions for
get our name out there.
Get our name out there and get people out there and want to be involved again, and want to come back and want to see the positive changes that are being made to the center, and it gets them excited to come back out, and it makes them feel like they're a part of something. And the more people we get out here, the easier it is, because the dogs are able to get exercise, which makes them sleep good at night, it rouses them down.
Keeps them healthy and happy.
Yeah, these are working
balanced.
dogs, so they need their exercise. And just as far as, helping doing the day-to-day stuff, mowing the lawn or cleaning up, there's always something to do out here. So the more hands we have to help, the easier it is on everybody, and it just benefits the dogs. The dogs are the ones who reap the rewards of everybody's hard work.
If you want to make a difference in the lives of shelter dogs, come volunteer at the Fresno Bully Rescue, and really have a part in enriching their lives. It's just everything that you do is helping them. Whether you're making the place a more inviting place for more volunteers to come, or the public to come, it's only going to help get those dogs homes faster.
Yes. Yeah,
and give them a positive perspective about the breed too.
Yeah.
And it seemed yesterday, my observation, everyone out here was making a difference, but being here was making a difference in their own lives.
Yeah.
Everybody spoke about that.
It makes them feel like they're part of something, like Ryan said, and it just one big expanding family almost. We're really about we're not some sterile, kennel, and we want to, have a really inviting, warm feeling, because that's what we want for our dogs. We want our dogs to be in a family, warm, loving environment, and so that's what we want.
It goes hand in hand. The more people that come out here is the more people that get, the more socialization the dogs get, that they get to meet different people. They get to see the different dogs and different faces. So it just goes into helping them when we do try to find them a home, that they're used to strangers and different people.
Kids,
and,
adults.
It's just always a constant work in progress. I feel we have a good team put in place now. We're really, getting the structure put in place. We're getting, rules put in place. We're getting more volunteers showing up. We're getting people wanting to donate. We're getting people wanting to help. We're getting people wanting to come back. So I really feel like we're on the right path here.
Mm-hmm. There's a light at the end of the tunnel.
There's a light at the end of the tunnel. We just got to keep working hard for the dogs.
I'm passionate for the breed. I know that it takes a special person, a special type of person, to be able to not only handle and want to work with the breed, but advocate for them too, and really have that passion. And so, I definitely feel like I never want to get away from the dogs, though. I go home and I miss them already. So I want to get back to them, and that's where I really enjoy being, is just working with the dogs and helping them find homes. That's my favorite thing. But yeah, definitely going out to the public and the community and the media and helping change people's perspective and
the more dogs
advocating for the breed.
and the more people we could find, the more donors, and the more word gets spread about our center. A lot of people don't know about us, so like I said, we're really working on trying to get the awareness up for the place, because the more adoptions we could get out or fosters, I mean, it's just the more dogs we could bring into the center to save. The center, we feel, is a last resort for the dogs. This isn't a permanent home for them. We want this to be a temporary home for them until we can find them a forever home. That way we're able to rescue more dogs and, save them from death row, because, the pits, they just don't stand a chance in the shelters. So.
Yeah, and I feel like, this place was originally designed as a sanctuary, forever, for dogs that can't find forever homes. But I want every dog to be able to experience family life in a home of their own.
There's no reason any of our dogs can't be put into a home,
There's a home out there for every one of them.
There's a home out there for every one of them.
They're here as long as they need to be, but our goal is to get them into their own home.